On this week's show, a visit from Tracy Story with the latest on the community activities. Also a special guest appearance tonight by comedian Ken Martin. All that and more tonight on Live Underground, including Murph and the Magitones. Now here's your host, Eric Anderson.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. What an applause. Thank you very much. You folks are from Cheney? No. This good looking of an audience is from Cheney? They're bringing you guys in from someplace. I can't believe this. Cheney people. We've got a great show for you tonight on Live Underground. As Corey mentioned, we have Ken Martin, comedian, the lovely Tracy Story, and as always, Ted Cooper, the house painter, and, yeah, Ted. We got Ted. All right, Ted will be painting something for us. And as always, what would Live Underground be without Murph and the Magitones? Let's give him another hand. Okay, now I think if we keep it up, there we go. Murph, Murph, Murph. I think he'll play us another song, so let's go. We want to hear another one, don't we? Let's do it. All right. Murph, thank you. What a number. What a lovely coat that man wears for us every week. That's amazing, isn't it?
Ooh, where's he shopping today?
I don't know. Corey, I didn't get a chance to introduce my good friend, my sidekick, Corey Candray. Can we have a little hand for Corey right here? Just a little one. There we go. Corey, how are things?
Been doing well. How about you, Eric? How's your family doing? How's your little boy?
My little boy,
Eric.
family, everything's good. Little boy, it's funny that you asked. My little boy was playing with some people the other day, and somebody pulled him into the other room and started asking Brian just, what he wanted to be when he grew up. And I was just outside the room, and I was like going, all right, proud dad here at this moment. Yay, my little boy's going to make me look good. Well, Brian's little response, though, was he wants to grow up to be Pee Wee Herman.
Just like Pee Wee, huh?
Yeah, I mean, what, they don't like, This is not a funny thing. I'm glad people weren't laughing because I was hurt. I was going, Pee Wee?
That would shock me too.
I don't know. Let's get on with the show. We've got our first clip for you. It's a little sewage. Let's go to it.
Yeah, we'll be in. Okay, we're coming in right now. All right. I'm Wayne Childs, reporting from the Eastern Washington Sewage Treatment Facility. Last show, 84.9% of Live Underground viewers used their facility at the same time. Unfortunately, this overload caused Pool 4A and Sludge Tank 17 to overfill and clog. Here on Live Underground, we're giving the home viewer a chance to help remedy this problem. During the first sponsor break, if your last name begins with the letters A through H, you may use your bathroom. We will inform persons I through R and S through Z about their designated times later in the show. Now back to Live Underground and your host, Eric Anderson.
So how we doing tonight? Are we a happy group of campers? I love it, the rowdy crowd. Oh, enough. What do I look like, a Chippendale dancer up here? Well, more like Chip and Ernie. La da 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 da. Thank you, my three sons. So anyway, am I dressed okay tonight? Well, no, see, I ask this every time I perform because, in case you didn't know, I'm kind of on the heavy side. Does it show? You're too kind. Thank you. No, it's true, though. I've always been kind of a fat person. When I was a little kid, I was fat. My mom used to call me Cupcake because she thought it was so cute. And now that I'm older and I'm still on the heavy side, she's calling me two-layer cakes. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But it's not so bad because I had a birthday, actually, yesterday, as a matter of fact. And I turned 26 years old. But and the check's in the mail. But no, I like to think with all this extra weight, I'm kind of packing it into the body of a 28-year-old. That's how I look at it. Well, you know, my mom's 50. She's packing it into the body of a 52-year-old. My dad's 59. He's packing it right into a 29-year-old. And mom's a little upset about that. Only in America. But, you know, it's not so bad being on the heavy side, you know. I figure, you know, with spring almost here, if things don't work out in comedy, I'm going to put on some extra weight. You know, an extra 30 or 40 pounds, I can have my dream job. Put on that extra weight, and there's a real good chance I can become a Greyhound bus driver. So that's kind of a visual joke. You'll be driving down the highway, and you'll see one and go, oh, I get it now, and I'll be wishing I was in the car with you. And maybe in some cases I will be. So we're all glad Christmas is over, am I right? Yeah. I had an okay Christmas. I think it's just getting a little too commercialized and everything. Like, for example, like my little nephew, he wanted these thermal underwear you can buy at Sears and Roebuck. McDonald's restaurant puts them out. They call it McClothes for McKids. So I bought him some. I thought this would be a great tool. So I told him to take it to show and tell, and he stood up in front of the class and goes, this is my thermal underwear. In the wintertime, it keeps my McNuggets from freezing. So it was okay. His mom loved me for that one, let me tell you. I don't know. I recently got back from North and South Dakota. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I mean, Bismarck looks really nice in a rearview mirror. Someone from Bismarck, probably the mayor. No, but it was really strange because, you know, I didn't get a lot of money for the gig or anything. You know, they paid me $100 and all the sheep I wanted. I'm kidding. There was a 5-sheep limit. That's a weird place to go, though, back there, man. It's like, you better be funny, boy. Man, they tell you stuff like, hey, tell us a joke we can dance to. So, I don't know. I think we better call a doctor for that, man. No, it's great, though. I'm glad people from Coeur d'Alene come to the show. That make him feel at home. Anyway, so what do you guys want? What do you guys want to talk about tonight of excitement? My shoes. Thank you. They're red shoes. It's amazing what Fred Meyer puts out these days, isn't it? You know, I was thinking about this the other day. When I was in North and South Dakota, we saw some license plates from Wisconsin, because Wisconsin is putting out a new license plate. Used to say America's Dairyland for the slogan on the bottom. I don't know. I'm a little worried about the new one because it says, come smell our dairy air. Some of these you guys are picturing just a little too hard, so I don't know. Got a speeding ticket recently by Spokane's Finest. No, it was okay, because I was on my way to a show, you know, and he was just being honest, you know, and said, you know, you were speeding. And I said, you're right, it won't happen again, et cetera, et cetera. And we've all said that, right? So I figure I'd be off the hook with the ticket, but he gives me the ticket and says, Ken, next time allow enough time to get to work safe and on time. It's better to arrive to work alive than to arrive to work dead. I'm sitting here thinking, if you're in an accident, who the hell's going to take you to work if you're dead? What, are like the paramedics going to show up or something? Bob, got a pulse on this one? No, he's dead. Take him to the hospital? No, let's take him to work. They'll never know. Something to think about, I guess. I got a ticket. Oh, this is great, because if you go too fast in the state of Montana, you get a little gift from the Montana Highway Patrol. A speeding ticket, which is $5, and I figured, let's pay it. You can pay it on the spot if you want, right? So I was having fun. It was right outside of Superior, Montana. I get the ticket from the police officer thinking $5, let's have a little fun with him. So he sits there and says, you can pay the ticket now, or you can take it into town and go in front of a judge and contest this ticket. And I thought, oh, you mean I'd get to go to Superior Court? Now, I thought it was killer, too. Until he looked at me and said, gee, Mr. Martin, do we always make it a habit not to drive with our seatbelt on? So anyway, the worst part about it is, during this whole time, I kept thinking, if I'm going to jail in Superior, Montana, this is going to scare me to death. Because I pictured walking down the hall, and in my mind, I could hear, so I was going, rear, rear. Anyway, I want to remind you guys, whatever you do, though, in life, just kind of wrap things up. Take time to enjoy the scenery around you, because we live in a really nice part of the state if you take time to enjoy it. And you should do this whenever you get a chance, because I was trying to do this the other day, and I thought, let's go through a state park and one of the national parks and enjoy the scenery. So what I did is, I'm driving through the park, going a little too fast. I got pulled over by a little green car with the flashing blue and red lights. Yeah, I'm pulled over. This guy saunters up to the car, asks for my license, looks at it and says, "Mr. Martin, I'm Park Ranger Johnson, and I want to know why you were speeding through my state park." I looked at him thinking, Park Ranger, huh? So I just looked at him and said, "I don't know, Mr. Ranger. Me and Boo Boo were just cruising for chicks. Care for a picnic basket, sir?" Thanks a lot. I've been Ken Martin, and you guys have been the most fun I've had on Two Legs tonight.
Yeah, we have a little pain going on back there. We'll get to that in a little bit. Ken.
Yes.
Attention now, you're up. Okay. How'd you get your start?
I saw an ad once in the paper. They were doing a comedy competition in Spokane, and I've seen shows before, and I thought I could do that stuff. So I threw together 5 minutes of god awful stuff and went down and just kind of polished it and got stage time. And my very first year, I made the top 10. Actually placed like 9th out of 18 altogether, and just kept at it, going up on stage, doing band breaks, getting called every name in the book. My mom still wishes I'd get a real job.
Yeah.
So.
No, why? Heck,
Yeah,
no one
well,
needs a real
it's
job.
a tax write-off.
There you go. Okay, tell me, you're from Spokane area.
Not originally. Originally, I'm from Colorado, but I live in Spokane to make Spokane my home.
Okay, you went to high school in Spokane?
Deer Park, actually.
Actually, okay. Were you like the class clown?
Yes, I was. I was class clown, so it's going to be interesting. I better scam some money back for my reunion.
You have about that 10-year reunion coming up then, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Looking forward to going to that and telling everybody, yeah, I'm a stand-up comic.
Oh, they already know that.
They already know.
Yeah, they know
They've
that.
already
They
kept
thought I'd
tabs
either
on
go to
you.
prison or do comedy.
What was North Dakota like?
It was scary.
Was it?
Yeah, I think the old adage, "It's a shame when cousins marry," really fits. It is. It's. Oh, a little editing. This will be fine.
That's right. Yeah, post-prod, we can get this show on
it's
there.
Great. So, no, they're appreciative crowds. They'll come to the show. They think you're like Elvis or like Wayne Newton.
Really?
And I could be Elvis.
I was going to say, you might be able to. No,
I was at the
pass.
Burger King today, so.
Okay.
They looked at me though. They looked at me and they thought it was really strange. They thought I looked like Jimmy Osmond gone bad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh like that. I know where you live.
So, Spokane, you have a show coming up this following weekend?
Yeah,
in town?
I'll be in Seattle actually. I'm gonna be.
Where will you be performing in Seattle?
Seattle. I'm gonna be doing a place in South Seattle called the Block House. It's